Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. And once again, it's going to be a quick hit, Lord willing, to be edifying. So without further ado, all right, let's get some scriptures. All right, this is Romans chapter 9. Salaki, Romans chapter 12. Chapter 12, verse 19. All right. And this lesson is basically going into, the Lord is our defense. All right, so this Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. All right, so, the Lord is basically telling you to what, man? To just sit back, all right, and let him, handle business, man, all right? Because when the Lord come back, all right, he's going to be standing on business, man, all right? And right now, our business is to basically, preach the word in season, out of season, through rain, hail, sleet, snow. All right, going out on the highways and hedges, doing our daily epistles, feeding the sheep, man. All right, all right. We are not to be carnally minded. All right, first and foremost, because to be carnally minded is death, man. All right, and that's what's gonna happen to a lot of our people, man, going to these so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans who are Israelites. A lot of you are going to fulfill the prophecy of Zechariah 13 and 8, man. All right, 2/3 are gonna be cut off and die. You see, because a lot of our people are gonna think that they can take matters into their own hands and defeat this devil with his own blessing. All right, when you're going into the book of Genesis chapter, I think it's chapter 40, verse 27. It tells you that by the sword thou shalt live. All right, this man was blessed with the sword, and what's the sword? The modern day sword is the gun, man. You see, ain't no way you finna take this man down with his own blessing. You see, the Lord didn't set it up that way. The Lord telling you to stand the fuck down, all right? Sit back, relax, and let him handle business, all right? Because he said, vengeance is mine, I will repay, said the Lord. You see? This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, all right, going into his righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. You see? Hey, so, this is the Lord's program, man, all right? And the Lord is telling you to just wait, man. Through your patience possesses ye your souls, man. Just chill out, all right, and let the Lord, do what he said he gonna do, all right? Because, hey, at the end of the day, he's gonna make good on his word, man, all right? Even when we was, in battle, all right, small and lesser in numbers, the Lord stood on business for us, man, all right? Going into this next scripture, all right, is going to show you just that, all right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 37, verse 36. So it says, then the angel of the Lord went forth and smote in the camp of the Assyrians, 104,500. You see, because the king of the Assyrians was talking, down on our power, man. He was talking, shit, man. On our power, man, the true and living power, and the Lord stood on business, man. All right, I'm gonna read it again. It says that the angel of the Lord went forth and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 104,500. That's a lot of people. All right, and when they arose in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. All right, and this is similar to what's going on now, man. All right, these people rising up against us, even 2/3 of our own people, man. You see, but hey, the Lord said that these things was gonna happen. All right, when when the enemy shall come in like a flood, man. The Lord said, "What, man? Hey, just, hey, I'ma stand on business." All right. As a matter of fact, the Lord said this. You see, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 19. It says, "So shall the fear, Salakia, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." You see? You see? So the Lord is basically is letting you know, all right, that when these things happen, because it's going to happen, they're going to come for us. You see? And when it happens, the Lord is basically letting you know that I got you. All right? Don't try to even think of, he said, take no thought. You see? Just be obedient unto my voice. Hearken and incline thy ear unto my voice. All right? And just sit back and wait for me to rise up to the prey. All right? Just like our forefathers. All right? Going into what is that? Sirach, let's get that. Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? You see? Nobody, man. All right? The Lord always made good on his word. You see? Because he's a man that he cannot lie. You see? So knowing that, we should be doing what, man? Let's get it. This Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. All right? This is what we should be doing. Trusting in the Lord with all thy mind. All right? The Hebrew word for heart is la'ab, meaning your mind. All right? It says, and lean not unto thy own understanding. Why is that? Because, it tells you that the heart is deceitful above all things. You see? You can deceive your own self, man. You see? It says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he should direct thy path. You see? Because, it's going to come a time when some of us are going to be martyrs for this truth. Some of us are going to be, on the run, pilgrims in the earth, man. All right, and we're leaving the system, of Esau. So we're slowly going to have to, fall into the hands, all right, of the Lord, man. Trusting and believing that he got us through whatever it may seem, whatever the situation may look like. All right, whatever doubt Satan might throw in your mind. All right, these trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him. In all thy ways Acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. All right? Telling you, directing you of which direction to take, with who to take with you, you know? All right? The Lord is our GPS. He is our guide. You see? Because we walk what? Through faith, not by sight. So we must trust in the Lord. It says, be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. All right? You see? All right? Because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. All right? Okay? The knowledge going into what? Isaiah 33 and 6. Because that's what's going to keep us stable in those times. All right? Going into evil, what? Meaning bad times, the times of Jacob's trouble. Right? In those times, we're going to solely have to put our trust in the Lord. This is Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 24. Salakia. Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 4. It says, for the Lord your God is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. You see? Right? So we don't got to do nothing but just sit back, relax, and let the Lord handle business. All right? Okay? Because the Lord, even though we're going to be in the midst of Jacob's trouble, guess what? The Lord said this in the book of 1 Corinthians. Salakia. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13, it says, there hath no temptation taken you but such as is common to man, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So the Lord is not going to put you through too much where you just going to break, man. All right? The Lord, he got us, man. All right? So with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakadas. Double honors to the apostles, elders of great millstones. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Hey, Shalom, the Bible ball. Keep the faith, man.